Hey YouTube, we're going to do another review today. We got the Strider SNG Lego version today. So, yeah, we'll go over the blade, the handle, my overall thoughts, and a conclusion here. So, starting off with the blade, I absolutely love this blade shape. Having, a very utilitarian style with some flat right here going into some belly. I like the really classic drop point. The thickness is incredible on this guy. Really thick blade stock, especially compared to something like this ZT, which is fairly thin, and then putting these side by side, you can notably tell the difference here. So the Strider definitely has some blade thickness, which is really surprising that it's a great cutter. This full flat grind brings it into a pretty thin edge, and Strider laid it back quite a bit, making this an excellent cutter for what it is. So this is a great EDC knife in my opinion, especially with that. You have two ways to open the blade, I kind of see. So you can use the blade stops right here, which is what it's used for, as a thumb stud, and it deploys great. Locks up on the G10 and the titanium, so it prevents it from moving side to side. As well as you can use the hole right there, is what it's originally designed for. You can slow open it or flick it open really easily, or you can do a nice middle finger flick. Definitely a great EDC knife in my opinion. Great size at around a 3-inch blade, but it has a really big handle, so if you're wearing gloves or anything like that, or if you're working like with boxes, I don't know. I find it really ergonomic to have a handle that's quite a bit bigger than the blade. I've kind of been a fan of that recently. Yeah, definitely a great blade. Moving on to the handle. This is one big old chunk of G10 running down the back spacer into the scale. Is all one piece of G10 that has been milled out for it. And you do have a lanyard hole, but if you can see in the lanyard hole there, the blade will chew through your lanyard eventually, which is one knock against Strider here, is that he put it in, but he didn't, I don't know, I don't think he really thought about it too much if he has the blade still in the path, but just my opinion. You have a very nice titanium frame lock. I have the stonewash version. You can get it in a couple others like Cerakoted, and like you can get it flamed TI, which definitely looks really cool, but I went stonewash with a stonewash blade. The clip works amazing. No matter what it is you're putting it into the pocket for, it definitely does a great job. Great clip and everything. The forward finger choil up here with the ergonomics works absolutely fantastically. The jimping works great on the blade as well as the handle. It's really aggressive here when it's a little bit more rounded off by the handle, or the blade, sorry. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely a great blade. I think it's worth the money at around $420 new. That's what I bought it for at Blade HQ. But yeah, really a great blade. Solid lockup, no lock rock or lock stick either. Definitely a really good blade. Amazing steel with CTS 40 CP. I have Strider's new steel there. But there's a lot of attention to detail here, especially like with the pivot. Having a hole through the pivot is really interesting, and definitely kind of gives this knife a really unique character. It's pretty customizable, or at least some parts of it, like the lock bar stabilizer. You can buy for pretty cheap, about 20-30 bucks, and give it a little pop of color, as well as get the different options with the blade and the tiger stripes and the ghost stripes on the blade. So yeah, I mean, I really enjoy this knife. I really like it, and I like it compared to a lot of my other knives too. It does ride a little high in the pocket, as you can see, because the pocket would stop right about there. So you got a pretty good chunk of knife sticking out. But I think that just kind of goes along with the attitude of a Strider. You know, it's kind of BA. It's meant for people to understand you got a knife. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I really enjoy it. I kind of like the look of it hanging so much out of the pocket. Definitely did a great job with the cutout on this lock bar. Looks really good. It's really easy to disengage it as well, because it's just really well rounded out in there. Super smooth on phosphor bronze washers. Can easily flick it out with any finger, really. But yeah, I really enjoy the knife, and if you like the looks of it, I would recommend picking one up. I would say a full flat grind is probably better than Strider's 3/4 hollow grind. I think it's a better cutter with the full flat. And compared to a lot of other EDC blades, this is definitely one of my favorites for EDC, especially when I just want a Strider, I guess. So this has been my review on a Strider SNG. Have a great rest of your day, YouTube.